I'm gonna be ranking the top 13 biggest Blooket remixes from all the way up to S tier to F tier, and I'm gonna rate these fairly. These are all Blooket remixes, so yeah. First up, we got Blooket, the original masterpiece, the original game, and not much explanation for this one, as this everybody probably knows what it is because it is a Blooket channel, and it's just the original, so not much explanation to this S tier. Okay, so next up we have Blackit. Now, this one is debatably better than Blooket, so we're obviously going to automatically put it in the S tier. But what makes it better? Well, first off, they have features that Blooket doesn't have. For example, they have trading, global chat, XP, and they have an official server that honestly Blooket needs to bring back. But it's mainly just the trading and chat and the big plans for the future, like clans, and they're way faster at developing than Blooket. So S tier, and debatably even better than Blooket. Okay, so next up, we have Triangulate. Now, Triangulate is interesting. It was kind of in beta the whole time. It's not available anymore, so I don't really have any gameplay, but I have some screenshots of it, and I'm gonna have to use some other people's gameplay. But yeah, Triangulate was interesting. I heard they took some Blackit code, so yeah, it's kind of concerning. But anyways, Triangulate is still really good, considered the number 2 biggest Blooket remix. The only reason I'm not going to put it at S is because it didn't have global chat or anything, or trading, but it did have a lot of important features, and did have one feature that Blackit didn't have, called posts, which I actually find really interesting. So I'm still going to put it at A tier. Later on, I decided to change my decision and move Triangulate from an A to S tier, so that's why in the footage you saw it being moved on S tier. Next up we have Circlet. Now Circlet was an early form version of Catchit, and it was kind of what Catchit was supposed to be, but then it changed and they rebranded to Catchit. Not really much to say about this except it was supposed to be Blooket but with circles instead of like cubes. And so there wasn't really much we know about this besides some leaks, and they also hosted an art contest which never really announced the winners. But since we didn't have much to say about it, but it was a cool idea, I'm ranking it in the D tier. Next up we have Catchit, which is Circlet rebranded, and it is actually in beta right now, but it was out earlier today, but then it just went on downtime. So I have some gameplay here of Catchit from Chicken. Anyways, Catchit is pretty good. It's still in beta, it's just the rebranded form of Circlet, and I like it a lot actually. It has a bunch of features, chat system works, and yeah, it's really cool. And for that, I'm gonna rank it at B tier because it does still need to add some features, but when it goes out of beta, I'll rank it higher. Next up, we have Plupit. Now I know I made this, I had to have a little bit of self-promotion. Anyways, I'm a little bit biased on this one because obviously I made it. This one was kind of hard to develop and it took a while. Honestly, it only took really a week to make, but then the updates are the part that took a while to make after that. But anyways, it was really good, but the only problem with it is it's on Scratch, and on Scratch there's a lot of problems, like being forced to make it on like a block screen rather than making it like a rectangle screen. So yeah, I'm gonna still rank it at B tier. Next up we have Plupit, and it quotes on the website the first Blooket remix with water involved. Which, anyways, it is still really good, and it has pack openings, it has chat, and it has a bunch of features. It's still a work in progress though, so for that, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next up we have Warrior. Now the Warrior UI is very clean, but it is lacking some features. It's still in beta, I'm pretty sure, and it's still working on some things, but it does lack in some features. And also, their code is really questionable. Like, I really wonder who made this code. It was definitely original code, and not by Plupit at all. It's me while I'm editing the video, but while I was researching on Warrior and trying to get some videos of it, I only found this one video of the showcase of Warrior, and when I tried to look up their Scratch account, it said the server is scratching its head. I don't know what's happened, but apparently Blooket Something happened, but they got terminated on Scratch. I don't know what he did on a Scratch account to somehow get terminated on Scratch. But yeah. Anyways, even though Worry is down, I'm still gonna rank it at B tier. Next up, we have Blooket. So Blooket was interesting because literally all of its code was triangulate code. Obviously they changed a few things, but not much enough, and they had huge beef with triangulate, but they did take triangulate code. Anyways, they still had some original blukes, and it was interesting. Monksy owned it, and I was actually in the game for a little bit until it got shut down, and it is currently still shut down, and it's gonna be permanently shut down. But yeah, since it took all of Triangulate's code, I'm putting it in C tier. Next up we have Blooket Clicker, and I do have a really interesting story to tell about this one. So, it was a normal day, I was in VC with my friend, and he was a beta tester for Blooket Clicker, and he accidentally left his screen share on, and he left it on with Blooket Clicker. So I saw the URL, and I got early access to Blooket Clicker. The owner of it got kind of mad at me because I wasn't supposed to have early access to it. And anyways, when I was on Blooket Clicker, I didn't really get permission to show it, so I can't show it on here. But it was really fun, and you would click on a Blook, and you would get tokens, and with tokens you could buy gems. Anyways, it ended up being cancelled due to some problems. But yeah, if it was to release, it would be pretty good. So that's why I'm gonna rank it at A tier. Next up, we have Zenostar. Now, Zenostar is a Blooket remix made by BRP, and it's okay, I guess, but it only had a few pages, and most of those pages weren't even working. Barely anything worked. But yeah, but it did have a login system, and it was sold for $200. And I'm gonna be honest, that's such a scam. $200. That is so bad. It only had like 5 pages. The login system was barely even working. And besides that, the profiles were really bad, and the leaderboard wasn't even working, and most of the other pages weren't even working either. So for that, I'm gonna rank it at F tier. Next up, we got Nebula. Now, I used to be in this, but I got banned from it because they mass banned a bunch of staff. Anyways, I used to be in the Nebula group chat, and it looked pretty interesting from the leaks. So, but there really isn't much to that besides that, and I'm not even in the server, so I don't even know the updates about it. But for now, I'm gonna put it in D tier. Next up, we have this, which I didn't actually get permission to leak much about this, but I did have permission to rank it in the video and show the logo. Now, this is public information already about this Blooket remix, but this is what this is something, a hint on it, and I can't really say much about it. But anyways, I have tester in this, and I know what it is, and it looks awesome. So I think when it will release, it will be awesome. So I'm gonna rank it at A tier. Anyways, guys, this is the final scoreboard of what all of the Blooket remixes look like. By the way, there were more Blooket remixes than this. There's way more Blooket remixes than this. But I didn't include them in the list because then the list would just be too long. Do you agree with this? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.